Hi everyone, and welcome to another mysterious recipe with me
and her.
Both me. So today, as like a little Christmas advance bonus, we are going to be starting a very mini series of recipes on this channel, specifically from 7 Keys, the coffee recipes. Now, if you remember, when you look at the coffee recipe book in the game, when you get to the last page, it mentions the idea of doing some coffees of the month inspired by these illustrations by the artist who did the monthly illustrations for the clock at Prague. And so there's a line kind of like written down like a poem. There's a line for each month with something written down about it. The cookbook also says at the bottom the suggestion that they had in mind for the December latte, a nice warm latte with something, the word there is obscured, foam. From as best as we could tell, that looks like it might be ending with LA. We're guessing maybe vanilla foam because vanilla is one of the syrup flavors. So we're going with a nice warm latte with vanilla foam topped with bacon bits and maple syrup. Now, where this turns into a series, because December and part of November is all you can really see about the coffee of the month ideas, is when you read the sort of like poem-esque written part. What they have written down for each month is: in January, the farmer celebrates the birth of a child. In February, he warms his legs by the fire. In March, he plows the field. In April, he ties up trees. In May, his maiden collects flowers. And come June, he tends to the grass. In July, he reaps the wheat for bread. In August, he harvests the crops. In September, he plants new seeds. In October, he gathers the grapes. In November, he cuts down an oak. In December, he takes in the swine. Now, what we noticed when we were brainstorming this yesterday was the December one's unusual because it's got bacon bits in it, which is unusual for a latte. I've personally never had a latte with bacon bits in it, and I'm a little intrigued. But we noticed this matches up with the December line, and December takes in the swine. And then the November latte suggestion mentions hazelnut, where the November illustration line says in November he cuts down an oak. So we are using this written out bit as a basis of how the coffees of the month were inspired. January, somehow that latte has something to do with the farmer celebrating the birth of a child. In November, cutting down an oak, hazelnut. December, taking in the swine, the pig, the bacon. So we were like, this would be a fun little brain teaser recipe mini-series to do lattes, come up with different lattes since we can't read the rest of them, and figure out a little bonus coffee recipe each month for all of us to try, and you as well. So what do you think?
I'm excited. I think it'll be fun.
How hard do you think it'll be to come up with one each month?
I think for some of the months it's definitely going to be harder. Like
a bit of a struggle.
Some of them are a bit more obscure. Like you kind of have to guess what you want to do.
So it'll definitely be like very, very vague comparisons at some points between the latte and the lime. Like in March he plows the field.
We're gonna do dirt lattes.
Nice dirt lattes for everyone but it'll be fun. We think it'll be a fun little challenge to ourselves, in addition to we are obsessed with coffee drinks all the time, an excuse to try different coffee drinks, of course.
Yes, I'm ready for some. I haven't had any yet this morning, and I'm feeling depleted of my coffee reservoir.
But with the time, it's beginning of December, and also the December one is the most written out. We already know what we're doing. We're doing a nice warm latte with, in this case, we're going to do vanilla foam topped with bacon bits and maple syrup. So let's get started. So let's go ahead and start the vanilla syrup. So this is going to be very similar to how we did the caramel syrup for that caramel macchiato. We're going to put some sugar and some water in this pot, bring it to a simmer.
Okay, so we're going to put in our sugars. We have a 1/3 cup of regular sugar and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and we're just going to mix that into 1/2 cup of water.
We're we're gonna do this about medium, maybe a little bit over medium heat. We want to bring this to a boil and cook it until the sugar's fully dissolved.
To boil. Hey.
And then while we've got the syrup going, let's go ahead and prep our bacon.
Pecan.
Since this is going in a latte, we want it to have a more cohesive flavor. We're going to put that bacon in a pan, cook it up 1 slice per cup, and we're gonna dust it with a little bit of cinnamon while we're cooking it, just to give it a little bit of that nice spiced note too, for more of a winter coffee drink.
Here's the cinnamon.
Ooh, that's a lot of cinnamon. Honey, gracious.
I want it to be delicious.
That's gonna be, I mean, you can add more cinnamon at the end, but that's a lot of cinnamon.
Instead of a dash of cinnamon, we're using my expression of a dash. Everybody's is a little bit different. If our Nancy Drew gets back from work on time, we're gonna have a latte ready for her. So what I have been experimenting with this month, y'all, is I made homemade candles. And it was a lot of fun. It was actually...
It smells great. She was burning one when I got here this morning. The house smells so good.
I did a vanilla and sandalwood with like essential oils. And it was so easy to do. Like I thought it was going to be really hard. But this is my little candle.
You can bring it closer to the camera.
I don't want to put it out. The wax hits the wick. My little candle. I can't really show it to you guys very well. But it's like a beeswax and coconut oil with essential oils, and I did a wooden wick, try and keep it really natural and clean. And I'm loving it. I don't know
so good.
why I waited this long to learn how to do that. But,
because the wax was on sale.
But like
Which
it wasn't.
is why it was this time.
Well, I just never had thought about making my. I thought about it, but I just never had looked into it and seen how easy it actually was. So I'm gonna definitely have to do more of this in the future with like different scents, experiment, because it was really fun. Oh, the vanilla syrup is sizzling.
Yes, so our syrup is definitely, the sugar's fully melted. We're gonna go ahead and take that off the heat or turn off the burner, and we're gonna add 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract to get that nice vanilla flavor in there. I have very strong hopes that this is going to be so good.
Ooh, yeah. Our syrup,
it really just smells like vanilla right now.
It's finished. So simple, so easy.
And we're going to just set this over to the side of the counter and let it cool off until we're ready to make the coffee itself. Alrighty, our bacon is cooked and our syrup is made, so let's make our coffee.
Yum, yum, yum.
So, again, going by the written out recipes from the coffee recipe book that is available in the game. So the December one says it's a latte. The latte recipe itself says to do the doppio portion of coffee, which is the double shot of espresso, and then add a large amount of steamed milk. So we're gonna go ahead and make a double shot of espresso for each cup. All right, back to Sharon's coffee shop game. What do we do first?
So we're gonna do the same thing we did last time. We're gonna get our espresso, and we have our double shot in there. So we're just gonna fill that up.
And of course, if you don't have an espresso machine at home, you can make some really strong coffee. But if you have access to espresso, then we're gonna do it that way.
That in. We're gonna wait for this to stop blinking. That means it's all heated up. And then we're gonna hit double shot. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. There we go. It was very foamy.
Well, we'll have a nice foamy one. I'm trying to visualize how much milk we need for to steam.
What does the recipe say?
Well, it says a large amount of steamed milk.
There we go.
How much is a large amount?
A large amount would be to fill the cup.
Do we want like a half a cup of milk or a third of a cup?
What'd you write down?
2/3 of a cup. I wrote down 2/3 because like visualizing.
All right, let's do 2/3.
And then we may or may not have some extra. I don't know. Steam somewhere between a half and 2/3 of a cup of milk and get that as foamy as you can, depending on what you have access to. The foamer here helps a little, but not.
It's garbage.
It doesn't get super foamy, so if you have like a small beater or whisk or something, feel free to use that. Whatever you have, or at least just heat your milk to steam.
I do
if you
have
nothing
one.
else.
Do you think this would work better?
Probably, but we still need to heat it. So let's heat it and then froth it.
I do have this fancy little frother I bought and have never used.
So that's
And
probably
add your vanilla
close to
to the
2/3
milk
of a cup
because
of milk.
otherwise it won't mix right.
So I think that's close to 2/3 of a cup of milk that this holds. We're gonna put 2 teaspoons of vanilla syrup in this amount from the vanilla syrup that we made. And look, we even had a cute little bottle to put it in. Look at that. It looks like maple syrup now, but it's not. We will be using actual maple syrup before we're done.
So we've got our milk right here. We're gonna add our vanilla into it. And we're gonna do 2 teaspoons, I believe. Smells amazing. I'm gonna get our steamer going. I start at the top to try to get some nice foam. And then we're gonna go all the way in.
Nice and hot.
Nice and hot.
Did we really get much steam or foam? We got a
We got a little bit of foam. We are going to hand whisk it a little bit just because this does specifically say vanilla foam. What's that?
Hungry children, I believe. It does look pretty foamy.
Okay, so we are gonna add our vanilla foam to the espresso. And we're gonna try and actually get some foam on there.
We do not have overhead angle right now because we're having technical difficulties with the
Camera.
yes.
Okay, so now we're going to add on the bacon. We're just gonna crumble that
slice.
up and put it on top.
What do we think?
That's good. Who would have thought? Cinnamon bacon. And then we're gonna drizzle 2 teaspoons of maple syrup on top. Go for it. It's gonna be very sweet latte.
Let's do 1 teaspoon maple syrup for now then to see.
We're gonna do 1 teaspoon of maple syrup drizzled on top.
And then we'll add the second if we need it.
Alright.
Gonna want to get more of the sweetness probably from the maple than the vanilla just because I don't know how much is really strong vanilla flavor is gonna work with the bacon, but we're gonna find out. So we're going to pop over there, finish making the other lattes. Oh, we did get foam, yay.
It was just all on the top.
Gotcha. Once we finish making the other lattes and get our product photo, we will be right back for the taste testing.
Let's try these lattes.
Thank you. Moment of truth. It's either going to be really good or really weird, and I'm leaning toward the really good.
I think it'll be good.
I think so. Got some bacon bits. I am glad we put the cinnamon on it. I think putting just straight regular bacon, it wouldn't, well, I was gonna say I think it wouldn't have been as good. I know it wouldn't have been as good.
If you don't mind,
If you hate cinnamon, you can leave it off, but if you don't hate cinnamon, definitely add it.
it really does taste very good, but it's a little bit weird chewing bacon while you're drinking your coffee.
Well, I think most of the bacon bits have gone down to the bottom of the cup. So it's going to be weirdest when you get to the bottom. You can kind of evade the bacon bits if you don't want to chew in between sips of coffee. But it tastes like you're eating and drinking breakfast at the same time.
It does. Clever. You're shaking the camera.
It's a very breakfasty latte. I like this latte along with like some bacon.
And a milk stash.
I know, I can feel it. But having this latte along with breakfast of some sort, I think this would be the perfect.
Clover Sebastian.
If you see the camera jostling like it just did there, that is because there is a very energetic cat wallowing on the tripod.
It's great for whisker rubs.
He's gonna see how many technical difficulties we can have before the day's over. So far, we broke a light in our light stands. We broke the bulb, just shattered in the hand, and then the plug for the camera wasn't working. For a minute we were afraid that the camera itself had died because it was making this weird ticking noise, but we found another battery. The battery that we're using has not been used in ages and is like out of charge. So right now we are filming this on the phone that we use for overhead because the camera is charging and the tripod is about to be suffering. So it's been a very fun adventurous day getting the video part to work out. So if the audio right now is worse than it was at the beginning of the video, it's because this part's being recorded on the phone instead of the camera with the assist of a mic. Anyway, back to the latte review. It's good.
It's very good.
So confession time. When we were pouring these in the cups, I got a little sidetracked and I forgot that this cute little bottle is our vanilla syrup and not our maple syrup because it totally looks like maple syrup right now. And when I went to drizzle the maple syrup on top of these cups, I put another teaspoon of vanilla syrup, so these have more vanilla than the first cup. But it's actually not too vanilla syrupy. We added a teaspoon of maple on top of that as well. And these cups are larger than the cup we were making in the beginning. It's got more milk in it, so it worked out well. So having like a 3-to-1 ratio of vanilla to maple syrup is still good, but it would have been just as good. Oh, that's a lot of bacon in the bottom.
And it was so sweet. That maple syrup just hit me.
Went straight to the bottom.
Maybe so. Clover, your tail is not trying to attack you.
The bacon is really good though.
I think I need a spoon for it.
So the nice thing about this latte is when you finish it, you get a little bonus treat. Which
Some
is
bacon.
a nice spoonful of bacon.
I'm sure. Well, I was gonna say if you crushed up finer, it might not.
It's
But
really,
I think it
you can
probably
still
still
feature
stick.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really the foam keeping it from going down to the bottom.
Yeah.
But it does give a nice flavor to the latte. I am happy with it. As far as our first experimental latte of the month goes, I am very convinced with how this came out.
And as far as our first attempt of bacon with sweet,
You generally hate savory and sweet together, and you like this. So I think it's quite the success. I was a little unsure about how the vanilla would work with the bacon, doing a vanilla foam, but it's not so vanilla-y that it overpowers. It works really well, as long as you don't put more than that. And then you have some nice vanilla cinnamon maple bacon when you get to the bottom. I mean, who doesn't love more bacon? I feel like Hotchkiss would love this latte.
oh, she would definitely.
You'd be getting it with like quadruple the bacon. Okay, that bite was fantastic.
All right, what is your final review?
Happy Dance. It is Happy Dance approved.
Happy Dance approved. It was actually surprisingly good.
I would absolutely drink this again as soon as I get my hands on someone who will make me another because I don't have bacon at my house right now. I came over and used ours. So imagine this with like pancakes and bacon or with a donut. I feel like this is
Oh my
absolutely something we would
goodness,
have with a donut.
That would be great with the donut. Is it giving you the December vibes?
It is giving me the I'm happy, I feel like holidays vibes. Down to the last drop.
It was very delicious. Definitely would recommend trying at least once.
Definitely. I was afraid that a whole slice of bacon for the cups once we started crumbling up would be too much, but absolutely not too much. It's so good. Like, that is so much better than I thought it would be. Very pleasantly surprised. Alright, so what are our final thoughts?
That was our final thoughts.
Do you have
That's what I just asked.
any more final thoughts?
Like I said, I definitely recommend trying it at least once. It was very good.
It's a good kickoff to our Coffees of the Month mini-series.
I think so.
And are we feeling optimistic about the next ones? This was, again, by far the easiest to do because we could read all but like 1 or 2 words of the description.
So the next ones are going to be...
January is going to be interesting. Farmer with a Child. March, I think it was it March? The Plowing the Field. So that one will be interesting. Stay tuned for a dirt themed latte, maybe. No, maybe not dirt themed, but it's definitely gonna take some brainstorming. So if you're looking at that list of the description of the months and you just like absolutely know what the obvious perfect latte for that month for that description would be, comment down below, or in the future coffee recipes, let us know. Because right now we haven't brainstormed any of them other than this December one. We're kind of taking it as it goes. So if you know in your heart exactly what that dirt latte or whatever is supposed to be, let us know. We are intrigued. We are looking forward to getting our creative juices flowing again on a little like lower time commitment. Oh, that sounds bad.
We're just looking forward to being inspired.
We're looking forward to the inspiration and having like some little shorter recipes to do in advance, because even though the other recipes are pretty short once they're all put together and you watch them and it's like maybe a 20-minute video, they take so long for some reason to write out the recipe and go to the store and buy the ingredients and come back and record. And if it's something that has to like cook for an hour on the stove or in the oven, it takes somehow 3 times that amount of time to film. So these coffee ones, we're looking forward to having something that doesn't take so long to prep and shoot and make and enjoy. Yay for that. But I have a strong suspicion that when our personal Nancy Drew gets back from work, she might not have that latte waiting for her. It'll be cold by then. I mean, like, we don't want do that to her. Who wants the cold latte?
Who wants a cold latte?
So I'm sure we can disappear it before she gets home. Anyway, until next time, enjoy your holidays. We will have another video coming up soon with another requested recipe. Nothing super major, but still delish. Do we want to give a spoiler of what it's going to be, since we already know what it's going to be?
They can find out when they click the
find
next video.
Yes, and that one we do plan to have that up again also this month before the end of December. So you can look forward to this video and a second one for us in the same month. Now that we've actually got a little bit of extra time off work because of Christmas and Thanksgiving and all, we're trying to take advantage of that to do a little extra filming. Probably only going to be the 2 videos and then some brainstorming on others, but we'll see. Who knows? Who knows when the inspiration will strike us? We do have a little bit more time coming off for Christmas, and we might go crazy, or we might just spend all of it playing games and hanging out with friends and family. I don't know.
But we hope you guys have
it's a mystery to us. It's a mystery to you.
we hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving and have a very Merry Christmas.
And enjoy your nice bacon drink. Absolutely.
Until
next
later.
time. Bye.
Bye.
Mystery time. There's a mystery.
Like a river.
Are you singing about the coffee?
I'm definitely singing about coffee. Surely to the sea, darling.
I'm having the hardest time lighting this thing up.
Some things are meant to be.
Which direction?
Girly Pop,
There we go.
are you okay? No, you're not. Give me that thing.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Okay, I can't follow along that quickly. I need you to slow down and show me the moves.
I don't know.
It's
It's
first
coffee.
What was the next part?
Coffee.
And then what?
I don't know.
We have to both be standing side by side facing the same direction so it looks uniform.
Are we cheerleaders now?
Yes, so we're coffee cheerleaders.
Coffee! Whoa! Whoa! Huzzah!
What next? I'm watching, I'm learning.
No, you gotta
teach everyone their routine. Let me make sure I have it down right. We go coffee.
Ah! Huzzah!
Like that?
That's beautiful.
You weren't even watching.
I could see your shadow.
Did my shadow look right?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Imagine that was the shadow chasing Nancy around through the tunnels underneath the city.
It'd be interesting.
Would it be more or less terrifying?
I don't.
You vote.
I don't know.